He said, I'm pretty sure when you go back to school, next time you see him, he's going to be different. I said, why is that? He said, so I'm pretty sure his dad going to tell him not to be friends with you no more. Because I'm sure his dad didn't know y'all were friends. I said, nah. He goes, hope not, but we'll see. Dad was like that. He didn't push. He was real mellow, easy about it, and say what he said, and that's it. Not debating, not arguing, nothing. I said, so I went. I saw David, and he was in tears. He said, Ruben, my dad told me I ain't supposed to play with you no more. I said, that's funny. I said, that's what my dad told me that was going to happen. He goes, yeah. He goes, why? I said, I don't know. He said, y'all niggers. I said, that's what my dad said. Dude, we're 5, 6 years old. Like he said, this shit still cool. Because it stays with you. Because you're like, what the fuck is this? And he just cried and I cried. We didn't know what to do. So we hugged each other and shit. And I said, well, what we do? So I don't know, but I know we ain't supposed to be friends. So we just we act like we weren't friends in front of everybody. But we were friends, and then they got a little money and they left and never seen them again. And I never forgot that shit. And maybe, just maybe, that, and as well as I've had a few, a school teacher that were white and this and that, and certain kind, that gave a shit and helped. So I was able to see, don't wrap everybody up in this mess. Because there's plenty of white people, thank God, that did help us. It's them shitty other motherfuckers that you got to know how to, you got to watch yourself with them. Because that, there were massacres and shit there in Alabama all the time. And I explained like there was, so that's the talk at 6 years old. Then by the time hormones kicked in, 12, 13, there was a whole different talk. Yeah. He said, okay, you starting to look cute. Girls going to start liking you. You going to start liking girls. Stay away from this and stay away from that. And if it come, I'm like, no, they were dead serious. Like, they looking at me like, if you don't do this shit, you gonna die. You ain't gonna make it. And then, so you're getting all the black history and Alabama history and the black history education along the way. And most of it's bad. Like the violence and shit that's done just because of this right here. I mean, yeah, you get the stuff that, who's become an astronaut and who's doing this great stuff, but you gotta understand how they got there. Because they went through it too. They had to navigate through the N word and what it really means. Like, when someone back there says it, there's like nothing cool about it. Like it's gutturally painful. Because, when I say stuff like, man, people look at you, treat like you less than a damn cockroach. Only because of your skin tone. No matter how educated you are. No matter how clean your background is, no matter how productive you are, how well you help people and all shit, you still nigger. What does that mean? And it's almost like a mental and verbal, spiritual, whatever, confidence thing so they can step up, well, you still less than me, because I can say that. No, you keep saying that, but you ain't though. But like I'm saying, the power with words, that's a powerful word. And depend on, as you were saying, like where you from and how you grew up. Oh, no. Because I've been called that too many times and I knew what it meant. And there's just way too many times. I'm pretty sure you had to go through the same damn thing where you had to stop and think like really, really hard on everything you've been taught. Like, okay, if you act out now, you'll win this second, but you're going to lose your future. So you eat crow, carry on. Eat crow, carry on. But those scars stay with you. So every time you hear it, it's like almost like electric shock, like, oh shit, that again. And like you say, I tried to explain the same thing to some of the younger dudes. I'm like, bro, I get it. I said, and I ain't gonna say I'm one foot in, one foot out. Like, I understand it. I said, but I still feel pain you don't feel. I said, because if you can say it comfortable, clearly you don't feel the pain. I said, but when I hear it, it's kind of like, yeah, okay. I love Tupac to death and shit, but, he'll say nigga, not nigger. And I'm like, yeah, but I have to rub through it.
I remember my mom and my brother and I, when we came to California from Arkansas, we had to ride the back of the bus. And there was, I remember, colored-only water fountains and colored-only bathrooms in Arkansas. I was so glad that we was moving up, like the Jeffersons. We moved up from Pine Bluff, Arkansas to Watts. So that was a big move up for us. Watts was a big move up. And shortly after we got there, I mean, in 1965 was the Watts riots. And, black folks had got tired of, the situation they were in, frustrated, and started tearing shit up. And we were there, and I remember that very well. My dad was a preacher, and he was going to church. I don't care what was happening. We had the National Guard, tanks and shit on the sidewalk. And this motherfucker, I didn't mind if he went to church, but he want to take us with him. I'm like, man, leave me at home. Shit, you go ahead. And I remember soldiers stuff stopping the car. Hey, where you going? And my dad, hey, I'm on my way to church. And I'm like, shit. All these tanks and shit take me back home. You go ahead. But I couldn't say shit. Say shit, I was going to get what Big Daddy did to him. Slap right in the mouth. Don't you better not ask no why. Because I fucking said so. That's why. Ask me no shit like that. Okay, I was born in 59, so they were still calling folks the N-word when I was, and it wasn't in no rap song either. It wasn't no rap back then. So the N-word has a whole entire different meaning for me. I remember being 5 years old and asking a gentleman, I didn't call him a gentleman at the time, but I asking a gentleman the price of a toy. And he told me that he told me to go away N-word because you ain't got no money no way. And I'll be 60 my next birthday, and I still remember that. So I don't say, all the videos you see of me, I be cussing my ass off. I say anything under the sun, but you ain't gonna hear one N-word in not one of those videos. And for me, they say, well, we'll take the power from the word if we just use it, use it. I heard young people say that if we use it over and over again, then we take the power from. That don't work for me. Yeah. The word is just as powerful as it was when I was 5. I still remember it, and I don't say it. But that's me. Yeah, words are very, 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 very powerful. Very powerful.
Yeah. When when Bill had the podcast one in Beverly Hills, I'd seen his a YouTube video maybe I think like a year and a half prior, and I was sitting there at my desk. I was like, damn, and that's when I'm telling you that I thought of Colonel Hutch. I said, this motherfucker's like Colonel Hutch, but you like a big mean ass for Colonel Hutch, but still like the same goddamn person, And I'm like, holy shit. Because that man was my mentor during the early 90s and shit. There's a Shield, there's a Stone Smile, all those stuff. Like, he's just a badass brother you can look up to, highly accomplished and just a man's man, And it's been a long time since it's like we need to see ourselves sometimes, not just see everybody else, and because it inspires you in a way. So that was a lot of years went by before I seen another brother that made me go, holy shit. Like, I respect everybody, but admiration, no, that's kind of like, we'll see, And it stayed. And then one day Bill walked in and he was like, hey man, I'm doing a podcast thing. Because he's always doing stuff and whatnot, and I respect it. But that's it, there's Goldberg world and then there's mine. It's like, it's okay, right? And he just made mention, he said, hey, I'm doing this podcast. Said, you ever heard of a C.T. Fletcher? I was like, yeah. He said, I'm gonna do a podcast with him. You want to come? I was like, hell yeah. Like, shit, it's like, when? And told me the date and shit. I'm like, nah, I'm there. And went. And then your wife and your son came in and said hello and this and that. And then, I don't know, it was their podcast. Yeah. I was just a third wheel. And next thing you know, I got sucked into it. It was kind of funny. And, but we all, we can relate. We're men that have lived and experienced some shit and stuff. And then